My roots dug themselves up from the soils in distant corners of the globe, traveled on the wings of chance towards something different, something greater, and transplanted themselves in the center of the universe, New York City.
It's where my mother was born. My father had came from the Caribbean to Long Island at a young age, and it was there where they happened to meet, and eventually would have me. But tell me, how many bad seeds does it take to make a
half-breed? I'm a half-breed, but the seeds are pure. Regardless, in my Latino half, I'm more secure. Half El Salvadoran and half Greek, but what most people see is a Puerto Rican.
Half Puerto Rican, but everybody loves to remind me of how white I look. Even though my mother continually asks me why I can't be more Irish. It's hard when your last name is written and pronounced in Spanish. I tell her, this is exactly the type of thing that confuses children.
I grew up in LA in a building, an island of Latinos in a sea of whiteness. The kids on Pierce Place referred to the ones where I lived as the Spicky Spaniels. I felt threatened at times. Not fully understanding prejudice, I could still recall wishing that I could jump over the color lines to be seen as someone white, non-Hispanic.
I remember the first time I punched a fellow classmate in the nose during recess for calling me a spit. Just like I remember being taken aback by wifey as we watched their presidents on the couch and she yelled, "Kill Whitey!" But how could I possibly advocate killing Whitey when my mother white, Irish, German, and show me more love unconditionally than any other person on this earth? And
I've always claimed my Greekness, and now I cringe when I'm referred to as half-white. Half Mediterranean, I usually say. We may have been the cradle of the European civilization, but in our region, the people are olive skin. I use melanin as a defense. Despite the apparent lack of mine, especially in the wintertime, and adulthood is flipped. Somehow I bought into the belief that to be perceived as being white is just not that cool. Not that hip.
But I mean, whether or not it's hip, we supposed to get some type of privilege off this shit, right?
Word.
I'm supposed to be entitled because I'm half white. Shoot, like I ain't worked my whole life for everything I have. Like I ain't hustle my ass off to get that college degree. Like I ain't get thrown out the house at 16 by my white mommy. Reality is that both my parents are born poor, and I'm still poor, and it's not white when I bleed.
Being half white is supposed to entitle me to a father, but he's still a deadbeat. I can count on one hand the times he's actually met me. 3 little things I've inherited from him. The little hairs on my back, his sunny disposition, and the last name, Vasilarakis.
I can see the looks on the blocks where I live. When I go to my job on Harlem on 145th, when I take the train to Brownsville, the looks are always the same. What is this cracker doing on the train? I'm that book they almost always judge wrong when looking at the cover. I can't blame them for not knowing that Abuela's nose is broader, her skin a darker complexion, or that priest who told me I walk with black muertos. If you only know part of the story, then you don't know the story. So on which side do I side?
Gyro or a pupusa?
Si no saben que hay indígena mi sangre, I'm sorry, but it's all they're a part of me. I am not this or that. I am what I am.
No soy aquello ni el otro. Yo soy lo que soy. My mother's son.
Sister's brother, father of aborted fetuses.
Role model, poem scriber, weaver of dreams. I am me. My own reality. A half-breed, stewing in a melting pot.